You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White sports fans, we need to talk about the NBA and mainly the NBA play-in game from this past season in the Western Conference. Now, we know that LeBron James was no fan of the play-in game, but however, he benefited by the play-in game because the Lakers had to qualify for the playoffs through the play-in game because, you know, they were a mess. The Lakers were injured. Anthony Davis was out. LeBron James was injured. So they dropped all the way down to the play-in game. And in that game, they played the Golden State Warriors. And LeBron James and the Lakers, they defeated the Golden State Warriors 103-100 on a LeBron James three-pointer. That is the only way the Lakers got into the playoffs. And the Lakers were eliminated in the first round, first time ever in LeBron's career. He didn't advance past the first round. But however, guys, LeBron hitting that three-pointer actually did more damage than it did good. Now, if you're a Lakers fan, you're happy. You're pretty happy if you're a Lakers fan because your team got to go to the playoffs, even though they were eliminated in the first round. But if you are a Warriors fan, actually, if you actually work for the Warriors, if you work concession at Warriors games, it didn't end very well for you because LeBron James hitting that three-pointer caused you to lose your health insurance. I'm not making this up, guys. That three-pointer did damage. But we're going to be diving into that a little bit more because I can't even blame LeBron James for this. Check this out, guys. Warriors screwed workers out of health care after losing to LeBron James and Lakers. Now, this is one of the weirdest stories I've heard in sports, that these concession workers lost their health insurance because the Warriors lost to the Lakers. Let's read this here, okay? It says here, Golden State Warriors employees lost their health care for the month of May following a LeBron James three-pointer. As if trying to navigate life through a pandemic isn't tough enough, Chase Center concession workers lost their health care for the month of May after the Golden State Warriors lost to the Los Angeles Lakers in the final game of the Western Conference play-in tournament 103-100. The loss not only ruined the Warriors' hopes of making it to the playoffs, but it also confirmed that Chase Center concession workers wouldn't meet the requirement of working 10 games in a month to receive health care. If Golden State would have won, is 3 home playoff games would have allowed for employees to maintain health care for the month. Okay, so, but you guys also got to remember something also. The Warriors losing that game to the Lakers, they still had a chance to actually qualify for the playoffs. But you guys got to remember, the Warriors lost to the Lakers in that first play-in game. They still could have advanced if they won the second game, if I'm not mistaken. But Golden State lost both games. Golden State is the reason why these healthcare workers didn't get health insurance for the month of May. It says here, with under a minute remaining in regulation and the game tied at 100, LeBron James drilled a three-pointer as the shot clock expired to propel the Lakers to the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. With the ball in James' hands, what else did you think was going to happen? He could have missed it, you know. Los Angeles fans breathed a sigh of relief. Golden State fans clung to the hope of a miracle, and Chase Center employees were left with no health care for the month of May. Check this out. Quote, LeBron hitting a three shouldn't cost people their health coverage, said Anand Singh, president of United Here Local 2, the union that represents 930 concession workers at Chase Center and Oracle Park, where the Giants play. Quote, it's absolutely ridiculous to take away workers' health care in a pandemic over something that's no fault of their own. That's one of the reasons we have chosen to fight. Well, if I'm the president here, I would actually say healthcare, the concession workers shouldn't lose their health coverage because Steph Curry and the Warriors lost. That's the way I would have actually phrased it here in this case. Now, I know LeBron hit that three, but he was doing his job to help his team advance. It says, according to Molly Knight of the Long Game, Chase Center and Oracle both use a company named Bon Appetit, a subcontractor that manages food preparations and sales. Concession workers who are already overwhelmed during games as thousands of fans line up for food and drinks shouldn't have to also worry about working 10 games a month to receive health care, not to mention during a public health crisis. So that is the catch, folks. For them to get health insurance, they need to work 10 games a month. But it didn't happen because the Golden State Warriors sucked. They sucked. Steph Curry couldn't carry them far enough, okay? I always thought that Steph Curry was a little bit overhyped. I know he's a 2-time MVP, and he couldn't carry his team to the playoffs. He couldn't do it. I mean, if you're going to blame somebody, I would actually put it on him, but I get it. This is just the way it is. I mean, I actually have a friend that works concession for Texans games. It's actually a side job. I mean, he had a regular job every day, getting benefits from there, but he loved doing it. He's been doing that for, I don't know how many years, 30 years or so. That's his side hustle. He just likes doing it. So, but what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of LeBron James causing concession workers for the Golden State Warriors to lose their health insurance for the month of May? Very, very weird story here. I'm not going to blame LeBron for this. I mean, you have a 50-50 chance of winning a game. And you're working this job, you're at the mercy of the actual game. You really are. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.